Hey everyone, Rico Reviews here. It's that time of the week when I do my NBC Superstore recap. So this week's episode was called All Nighter, and the episode starts out with this customer staying 20 minutes after closing, which is very annoying. And they're trying to get him to leave, and Jonah is trying to get him to leave, but you know how Jonah is with everything. So Mateo is cleaning around him, and the guy tries to talk to Mateo about this trash can. He says, "Have a heavenly day," and gets him to leave, and everyone's all happy. But all of a sudden, the lights all turn off, and what they find out is when Glenn tells him that corporate controls the lights in the store and the locks, and the lights turn off and the store locks at a certain time each night. So they're all stuck in the store at night, and it's so funny. But it's frustrating for some people because Amy is missing her midterms for college, and Cheyenne was missing her dance recital. I mean, she couldn't dance because she was pregnant, but she was going to cheer them on. And Dina had to leave her pet birds at home, and it was so funny because she put some of her pet birds in charge, some of them being named FDR and Pikachu. I thought that was so funny, and she actually sang to the birds on the phone. So Glenn and Dina go in his office to look for the bypass code, and Glenn finds out that the code is in his car. And meanwhile, Dina looks on his desk and finds out that there's a change in the handbook that supervisors can have relationships with their coworkers, even though it's discouraged. So she thinks she can have a relationship with Jonah now. So Glenn goes out, and there's this guy walking around outside, and he asks him to get the keys and get the code out of the car, which is a bad idea in itself. And the stranger just drives away with his car. And I'm like, really, Glenn, you're gonna let a complete stranger go in your car with your keys? I don't know where his head was, but anyway, they were putting up these signs in the store, and the gang was kind of having a circle moment where they said their regrets and everything, and they also had a never have I ever game they were doing, which was quite interesting. And actually, in this episode, you got to see that they broke Glenn. Like, Glenn went completely mad because his family used to own this small hardware store, and when Cloud9 came along, Cloud9 ran them out of business, and now he ironically is the manager at Cloud9. And he said, "I hate it here at Cloud9. I hate it." And he just runs off, rips his shirt off, and runs around the wine aisle. And I'm like, well, Glenn, admitting you hated at Cloud9 is the first step. So, um, they're also talking about their relationships while they're doing the Never Have I Ever game, and they found out that the photo lab place is apparently the quote unquote bang room at Cloud9, and Dina finds that as an opportunity to, get with Jonah, and she tries to make herself look pretty. She has Mateo give Dina a makeover, and she goes into photo lab and puts candles in there and puts flowers around, and Jonah turns down her advances, and it's kind of sad because you can see the heartbreak in Dina's eyes because she's trying so hard to impress Jonah even though he doesn't return the feelings. But what really disappointed me was that Dina, at the end of the episode, said to Glenn that she doesn't want to be the assistant manager anymore. She wants to demote herself to be one of the regulars, so Jonah will go out with her then. And I think that's so not like Dina, because Dina shouldn't have to lower herself for a guy. Dina is definitely stronger than that. So I think that's basically what happened in this episode. Also, and I think that's basically what happened. I mean, the the store ended up opening the next morning, and they all went about their day, then Mateo offered to take Cheyenne out for breakfast, and I thought it was interesting that they were like in a jail all night, and I'm like, oh, the prisoners get their outdoor time now, so that was funny, and Amy got to take her midterm, so hopefully that works out for her. She also had a interesting moment with Jonah where she was telling about her regrets, and she says she doesn't regret getting married so young, and after seeing her husband on the Color Wars episode, I kind of thought she would regret marrying him because he kind of held her back in a way. So I was really surprised to hear she had no regrets there. And I really thought that she was, I don't know what she said what she really regrets. She ended up throwing up then. So, and I actually kind of thought that her and Jonah were going to kiss or something. That was just my thought. But we'll have to see if we'll have to see if anything develops between Amy and Jonah. Um, so that's basically what happened in this week's Superstore. If you want to watch NBC Superstore, it's on Monday nights, 8 p.m. on CBS. Monday nights, 8 p.m. on NBC. I hope you enjoyed this week's recap. Until next time, stay regal.